Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. Pipe on the Patio. I'm back again, still smoking the Beyonda. Daniel Leslie did a video a month or so back, and he asked 6 questions, and he called out 6 people to answer, and I was one of the ones he called out. So I'm going to answer his questions as best I can. There's one here that I really can't answer, but he said, question 1, what pipe surprised you the most, either good or bad? I would say definitely the 320. When I got my first 320, I'd been smoking for a while. When I got my first 320, it changed everything for me smoking wise. I just fell in love with them. I love the way they feel. It's like having a stick shift in your hand, and I just love the way they feel. I love the way they smoke. They stay cool. All of mine smoke really cool and wonderfully, and so that one really surprised me. Number 2 was, other than your favorite tobacco, if your favorite tobacco was no longer available, I'm going to say my favorite 5 tobaccos was no longer available, what blend would you smoke? And I would say I would probably smoke Mylan Tobacco Joe's blend. Would be one I would definitely smoke. I could smoke that for the rest of my life and be perfectly happy smoking that if that was all I could get. Warhorse Green I really like. It's kind of like an American Condor. And I love Condor. So that's one I enjoy. So that would probably be the other one. And then number 3 was, after a long, hard day at work, would you rather smoke a pipe or a cigar, and why? If I'm having a hard day and I'm wound up tight and miserable, I'm going to smoke a pipe, because you can't be in a hurry and smoke a pipe. You have to sit down, or at least I have to sit down, slow down, relax. You've got the whole, with the tobaccos I smoke most of the time, I've got the whole prep process of the tobaccos. I usually smoke either flakes, ropes, or plugs, and so there's a lot of prep that goes into smoking those. And I find that helps calm me down, relax me. And then to smoke the pipe, I have to sit down and smoke the pipe. And when I'm smoking a pipe, I tend to just get lost in thought, which I don't do as much when I'm smoking a cigar. I'm not a huge fan of cigars. I smoke them. I like them. But I would much prefer a pipe over a cigar. Number 5 was for pipe carvers, and he asked what's the most challenging part of making a pipe. And then he asked, if you're not a pipe carver, which part do you think would be the most challenging aspect of making a pipe? That was a good question. And for me, I would think, I've watched a lot of Simon's videos of him making pipes. And the part to me that seems like it would be the most difficult, depending on the type of pipe you're making, would be drilling the holes and making them match up, get them right where they're supposed to be, and make a perfectly drilled pipe. I think that would be the most difficult aspect for me if I was going to make a pipe. I mean, it would all be difficult for me because I don't have the talent to do it. But, you know, the bowl, I think the stem would be equally as difficult, because you have to be able to, you know, shape the stem, and especially if you're working from blanks, shape the stem, file it, and, you know, do the button work. And it's I think the stem would probably be equally as difficult as drilling. So those would be my 2 things. And then the 6th thing, which was totally nothing to do with pipes, it was, in a band, which person is the most vital? The bass, drums, keyboard, singer, guitarist? You know, I could tell you from my experience that the bass and the drums are the central nervous system of any band. And if you don't have a good drummer and a good bass player, things tend to fall apart, and fall apart quickly and horribly. So I would say that the drums and the bass equally are the most important parts of a band. Because the drum keeps the time, the bass keeps the groove. You know, the bass supplies the groove along with the drums. But if you have either one of them not working right, it's going to be a mess. And I've been there, and it's no fun. It is no fun. So Daniel, those are my answers to your questions. Thanks for asking those. Those are fun to do. And I will catch you later. Guys, have a good one. And if anybody else wants to answer those questions, feel free to do it. Daniel said, you know, anybody else wants to do it, just tag Daniel Leslie questions answered, you know, in your video. So take care, guys. Have a good one. Happy Easter.